You are now tuned into FNL Radio.
Keep making noise! Keep making noise! Yeah!
Get ready for Real Talk Radio with DJ Tatted.
Friday night in the basement. Friday night. Friday night. It's Friday. We ain't got no job. And we ain't got no shit to do.
Hey everybody, now it's not Friday, but it is a good Monday, everybody, and welcome back to FNL Radio, everybody. It's your boy Doc and got Monique on the other end as well, everyone.
Hey my loves.
Hey my loves.
Out there tonight.
Okay, so everybody, we haven't done the show since 2017, since December 2017, December 31st to be exact. Yeah, because we did an actual New Year's Eve special. Yeah, that was New Year's Eve. It's been so long ago, people. 2017 was so last year.
New Year's Eve. And Reggie, I done fucked up again. I hit on the computer and now I can't see you. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'm back up.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, as you know, we haven't done the show since I'm about to say Christmas Eve, since New Year's Eve. So we do welcome you all back to FNL, everybody, for our first show of 2018. It's been a good minute. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of catching up to do with you all, everybody, because we haven't done a show in a good minute. Let me get my eyebrow together.
Don't do it to yourself.
No, really, because y'all know I have thick eyebrows, so I'm trying to get my eyebrows in order. I don't have a special hairdo or anything. There's no locks intertwined in my hair because y'all know I have all my good natural hair that Monique tried to project this image that I get bundles and different twist outs and other stuff in my hair when it's all my natural black ass hair. So
So you say.
So I have a hat on tonight, everybody, because I did get a haircut, but I just don't feel like doing nothing special to my hair right now. So to FNL, everybody. A special shout out to y'all for watching the last episode to the New Year's Eve special. Y'all definitely showed up and showed out on that episode. So thank you all. And continue to keep subscribing. Even that Kaya video from back in the day, y'all still commenting on that Kaya video from a long time ago that I mentioned in the last show. And y'all still, commenting on that. So shout out to y'all looking at that old Kaya video from back in the day on the YouTube channel. Here on youtube.com/DOCENT10. But we all had a great Happy New Year. We had a lot of snow here on the East Coast, down south for you all as well. But we had a lot of snow. We had some snow days. We had a little dust of snow last week, but they canceled everything out because here in Virginia we get a little dust of snow, especially Suffolk. Now I feel bad for y'all kids in Suffolk because you're already a little addicted to it already. But hopefully you don't miss no more days of school because y'all even close school when it rains. So again, hopefully y'all I don't know how y'all gonna make these days up. Cause I'm hearing, we used to do. I don't know. When I was in school, I don't think we did Saturday school. I think the year after I graduated high school, that's why I think they started trying to implement like Saturday school for make up snow days and stuff. Yeah, they're gonna have a little short summer.
Yeah, Jaden, they were out. Like the week, I want to say the week that they returned to school from their winter vacation, I think they went to school like 2 days because it snowed. That's when we got a pretty heavy snow.
Yes.
So they were out, and then they were out, a few days last week as well. So I explained to him, and I actually thought they were going to actually go to school last Monday on Martin Luther King. But on Martin Luther King Day, but what happened was it was a little too late for, I guess, the county to make the necessary changes. So I explained to him, I said, don't be surprised if you guys don't get a spring break, or if 1 year what they did was they had to stay later. I think like beginning like March, they stayed like an extra 15 minutes late every day until the end of the school year. So, you know, he thinks it's cute when he doesn't have to go to school. And he thinks that it is just a free for all. And then my husband bought him a actual cell phone. So he has a working cell phone with the whole last number. So you know, so those days he was out of school and I was at work, he texted and called me all day long. So you know, he thinks it's a free for all. So hopefully, even though we're just at the middle of January, so we have the rest of January, February to go. So hopefully we won't get any more bad weather. He can take his bad ass to school.
Now, you know, I was a champion for, you know, the weather and stuff like that until I wasn't able to gather my apartment for like a few days. So, you know, up north, you know, we just trekked through the snow, had my Doc Martens on and everything. I was ready to go, but they don't like to clear streets out here in this area. You know, I guess because Norfolk is predominantly black in certain areas, so they just don't want to clean the black parts of the area up. But anyways, it was a fun little days off to relax. I watched some shows, caught up on some stuff, and did some projects, and it was good to just relax a little bit because I hardly relax when I'm off work anyways, when I'm off on weekends. So it was good to just relax a little bit. But yeah, I had that cabin fever hit real well that Sunday. By Sunday, I was like, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm tired of being stuck. I had enough food for to eat, but I was still hungry. So I wanted some, you know, I think with the Sushi King on that Sunday. I trekked out there with the Sushi King. But yeah, that was off work. So
one time, and I have never eaten there since. I don't know if I had the neurovirus or I got sick, because at that time the neurovirus was going around at my job. And I remember a patient like threw up literally in front of me when I was coming down the hallway. So I don't know if I got sick from him or if it was actually Sushi King, but I vowed never, ever, ever to eat a Sushi King after that day. But at any rate, yeah, that first heavy snow, I stayed home like the first 2 days. Last week when we had that like dusting, shout out to the activities director, April Nestor, because she came all the way from the west end of town to come pick me up to take me to work. What was that last Wednesday when we had that light dusting? So yeah. And then, you know, this week it's been warm. So
yeah, like, and see, what the Virginia weather would trick your ass up, because y'all be out here with pneumonia next week. Now, I keep telling y'all, if y'all sick, because this new strain of the flu is a real serious one. They're saying out here, they're killing people already, people. If you know you sick, if you know you got the flu, I don't care if you don't even get paid for your time off. I don't care if they fire you, but stay your sick ass home, people.
And people,
I can't afford to get sick.
And people also remember it is still January, so you still need a hat on and a coat on, and a jacket. Even with weather like this, you still need at least a light jacket on. I mean, it is still January. It's not April or May.
Yes. Now, to our brothers and sisters out there who are the lighter complexion, and I mean light-skinned black people, and I mean white people. Now, y'all asses cannot be out here in January just because it's 67 degrees today. Please stop wearing shorts, flip-flops. Please stop wearing like it's the damn summer. I'm still gonna put on the jacket because I mean, anything's possible. If you want to stay healthy in January and make it to live past the end of January, please wear a jacket, wear actual jeans, put socks on your feet. Do like my mom, she said, put an undershirt on too, even if it's not outside, put an undershirt on. And just stay warm, people. Act like you got some sense, like it's still winter, like it's not spring yet or summer. So that's just a little health advisory tip for you all, because I don't want to see none of y'all die out already. I mean, y'all couldn't even make it past, I mean, the people that got sick and died already, y'all couldn't even make it past 2018 already. I mean, we just about 3 weeks in, y'all already 3 weeks out. So, I mean, come on. Y'all got to do better and know better. And hopefully our parents teach y'all better. Because I got some tips for some parents. Not even tips. I got some concerns for some parents with a story we're going to talk about at the end of the show about these damn Tide Pod challenges. So anyways, yes. But other than that, the week has been well, since the time off from the show. Like I said, I've been just relaxing, have this new promotion and everything. So I've been just doing my new duties with my promotion and working. I'm actually developing the website for FNL Radio. So it's in the test phase right now. It's FNL Radio. What brand of beer is that? Is that an Angry Orchard?
This is an Angry Orchard. I didn't have any wine.
The wine cooler making me happy.
Yeah, you guys, we'll get on what's been going on with me. So, which is the reason I don't have any wine coolers. So
I don't even know if that's supposed to be good as well. But anyways, so I said I don't even know if that's supposed to be a good option or a good alternative choice as well. But anyways,
so tell us about this website. Because it's funny that your own partner didn't know about this website. That's cute.
No, it was supposed to be a surprise, but it was supposed to be done by today, but it wasn't. But it's fnlradio.wordpress.com. And it's going to have a section up there for all the FNL live shows that we've done thus far. So you can still go to YouTube and watch it, but just for a little easier access for you, you can go to the website, and it'll be in the description here somewhere, people. Yeah, so it's still being fixed up. It's still in the test phase right now, but it's still being fixed up at this present moment. And what else? That's all I've been doing. It's just working and just having fun here and there. And shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, we are going to the Super Bowl, everybody. So clap, clap, bravo to the Eagles. You know, it's been a journey. It's been a lot of prayers. It took a lot of sacrificing since we got Meek Mill locked up. But the sacrifice, you know, it was worth it. So we just got to keep Meek in jail until February 4th. We win. Y'all can have y'all boy with Meek, and, you know, y'all got the billboards up in Philly already, so let Meek come out after that time frame. But we're going to have him sit still in jail for the time being. But that's just an alleged theory, though, everybody. A conspiracy, if you will. But, yeah, so we're playing the Patriots. Me and my best friend, Keena, who lives out in Richmond. I met her in college, and I always talk about her on the show. She's like a real, true Patriots fan. Trina, I used to call her Katrina. I used to call her Dora the Explorer. I still don't know if she's really Mexican or not. I know she's black and something, but I always thought she was Mexican, so I used to call her Dora. I used to call her Katrina. I used to call her Selena. I used to call her El Salvador, everything under the sun. So, luckily at that time, the workplace environment wasn't so racially, you know, charged or anything of that nature, where, you know, nowadays you make a little remark, you get a little shout out to Trina, though. But they're two, you know, real hardcore Patriots fans, so it's going to be a real nice war on February 4th, which I also will be at. I didn't expect us to get to the Super Bowl, so I already had plans to go to Captain George's, because Captain George's had a special on Super Sunday. On February 4th on Super Bowl Sunday, where I think the buffet is like $26.99 or $24.99. And have a gift card. So I was going to use.
When I took my husband to Captain George's for his birthday in November,
a nice interior.
Excuse me.
With that nice interior inside.
So I guess you'll be using you'll be paying for this on whose dime? FNL management.
On the dime of a gift card from a timeshare tour I took on December 23rd. So shout out to those timeshare tours. I'm at the age now where I can actually take these tours and get paid for it. So look, but yeah, other than that, did I go to Philly? No, I didn't go to Philly yet. That's next month. But anyways, just been having a nice time running the new year with my family. My grandmother's still here from Philly. So it was good to spend the New Year's with her too, because we haven't done that in a long time. So that's been about it. But Monique, how have you been over the course of these past 3 weeks?
Well, I will say, first let me give a shout out. Shout out to my little big sis. You guys hear me talk about my cousin Janelle all the time. She graduated over the weekend. Well, this past Friday, actually, she graduated from Fortis College. And she got her diploma or certificate degree, yes, in medical coding and billing and medical assistance program. So we are very proud of her. So I had a great fun feel, family weekend. So Jaden and I went up to Maryland on Friday. So we were there for the graduation. Went out to BJ's, and I don't know if those of you that follow me on Facebook, I posted some pictures. Went out, had a little family celebration Friday night, and then on Saturday, Janelle kind of coordinated her own dinner. So we were had another celebration on Saturday with some other family members, and then Jaden and I got back on the road and came on home. But excuse me, you guys, over the past few weeks, I've also been ill. So recently, last Thursday, I had what the doctors diagnosed as a tumor removed out of my ear. So I'm gonna actually went back for my follow-up appointment today. The tumor, I guess, was sent off for a biopsy. The results have not come back, but the doctor told me that he can assure me that it is benign, just based on the follow up and then, doing some further cleaning and looking in my ear today. They state that everything looks great. They didn't see any signs that it was anything other than benign. And I can actually hear now, which is a very, very, very good thing. Typically, I guess for several years I've had a hearing problem with my right ear, and I didn't know what was causing it. But apparently, this tumor was doing that. So when I left the ear doctor, the ENT, today when I actually got in my car and started it up, I could actually hear the car um, running, and just, everything is amplified times 10. At work, I don't have to keep paging, or I don't have to keep calling saying, can you repeat the page? I didn't hear it. Did somebody page me? Stuff like that. So I'm glad about that. So, that's about it. I guess like the last 2 weeks were, really rough because whatever I had was draining down in my throat. So my throat was hurting, my ears were on fire. It was just, a painful last 2 weeks. And like I said, I was able to get into the ENT on Thursday, and then they did this, procedure where they cut this tumor out of my ear. So, like I said again, I am feeling much, much, much better now. I can hear now. I just have to go back in about 2 more weeks to take some hearing tests, but I think I'm okay. So, that is about it. With that being said, Reggie, I've told you over and over again, I'm gonna need my goddamn coins, my motherfucking Google checks, because I'm pretty sure, even though I have good insurance, I'm pretty sure I'm going to see a fucking bill from all the they had to do.
Look, now that you mentioned that, because I always have faint hearing in my ear. Like, I legit, even when I talk to you, when I have the phone up and I had to put my phone on speaker because I really can't hear out of this ear always, and I'm not used to using this ear a lot, so I always use this ear because like I use my right hand. So I think I'm gonna have to get my ear checked out too. You have raised the cautious awareness for me to check my hearing as well. I always say I have faint hearing because I actually do in this ear, but I haven't gotten it checked.
I could actually feel something in my ear, and it just kind of felt like something was. And I would often say, and I think I had been saying, and I don't think this had been there since I had Jaden, but this particular ear, I will always say it felt like something was down in it. And, it was like something, I could feel something in my ear. I could feel something moving around. And I just didn't know, like I said, know what it was until, like I said, I sent you the picture, but you could see the blood in my ear. You could see the pus pockets. It was horrible. And like I said, it just got worse and worse. And the doctor told me it was actually just a bad case of me cleaning my ears with Q-tips. And over time, I was taking, you know, you clean with the Q-tips, and it was doing nothing but packing the wax down, back down, and it caused my ear to become infected, which then causes cyst or whatever to grow in my ear, and it blocked my whole ear canal, and it, like I said, it, you know, it was just over the last 2 weeks that it was just painful. And like I said, I could actually feel something, and I just didn't know what it was. And I had gotten a patient first like 2-3 times in a row, and they were stating, you know, twice that they didn't see anything. Like, I'm telling you, I see blood coming out my ear. And then the last doctor that saw me a patient first, she tried to pull what she thought was like a Q-tip out of my ear, which was actually a pus pocket. So when she tried to pull, it started bleeding. And so she was like, you know, I'm very concerned. We have to get you in right away to see an ENT. This is how all this came about. But I couldn't hear anything out of my right ear. And I didn't know, like, you know, as a child, I always had ear infections, and I had tubes in my ear, had to get my tonsils taken out. So I knew, you know, just like I said, I just knew that I've always had problems with my ear. I just didn't know what was going on recently. But like I said, I do feel much better. Like I said, I am still on some antibiotics, just ear drops, which were $200. So I'm gonna need Reggie my money back. Because I had to pay for them. So, and that was with insurance, that those eardrops were $200. So my nigga, I'm gonna need every coin back. You grinning and shaking your head, yes, but I'm telling you, you would for my goddamn attorney.
All right, so I got your coins because you said you want your coins, so I got you.
Okay.
I got coins here. That's all right.
So it'll probably be
No, but that Jake Logan.
You're worried about my goddamn Google checks out.
Look, you are doing better. That little YouTube kid messed it up for all of us, though, people. So Funky Dineva won't be getting her Google checks anytime soon either, because YouTube is changing their structure now as far as people getting paid now. Because that Jake Logan kid, or whoever his name is, the one that had the video in the suicide forest out there and acting a damn fool in Japan, and every other video, he messed it up for everybody in the YouTube community, everybody. So the checks are going to be not as fabulous as people used to have them now. So blame the white boy for messing stuff up, people. But anyways, YouTube sent me that email the other day. I just introduced it to you because, you know, you're still pining for this YouTube check, so we have until February 28th.
You didn't feel the need to share that email with me.
Look, it's on my. I don't have the Gmail app on my phone.
Don't worry about it. Don't need to explain.
What was I about to say?
Let Huffman attorneys at law. You can explain. You can explain to them, okay? My dream team.
Other than Dream Team, Lisa Bloom and Gloria Allred and all them. But anyway, look. Okay, so while these allegations are still going on here on FNL Radio, everybody, I would like to thank you all again for still watching us, and also prayers up to Monique for doing better. She was on the sick and shut list at my church. I've got to name my church already, everybody.
The Universal, ain't it the Universal Life Church?
So I had my own church. It was the Ebenezer Baptist. Don't step in my footsteps. Watch what you say at the front door before you get something. Tabernacle Episcopal Methodist.
Universal Life Church is where you got your certificates and whatnot, right? It became an ordained minister.
Yeah, and I think it's the 4th year anniversary. Let me see, 14. Yeah, this will be the 4th year as no. When we were going out of business at Antelos, that was 2015, and we were cutting up then. So this will be my 3rd year. This will be the 3rd year that I've been an ordained minister, a man of the Lord, a man of the cloth, sizing and touching heads and making waves. So yeah, so I will have a big celebration for my 3rd year anniversary. So everyone collect your, give me the money, and I'll touch y'all spirits. And I'll be going to the ABC store to get some spirits. So thank you all again for watching us. Pray for Monique because she's supposed to be on this antibiotic, but she's drinking the Angry Orchard. So I will judge though.
Yeah, I was drinking all weekend, and my family was like, "Well, are you supposed to be drinking?" But it's just eardrops. It's nothing oral.
I mean, y'all, what is she doing to keep a shuffle when she sprained her ankle or something last time? But more the Google check. Y'all see these fraudulent claims and stuff, people.
And then, are you gonna talk about that? Can you see my eyebrows?
I said they look very nice.
I told you what Jada said.
You want to talk about it? Or you gonna wait till the grand reveal when it's all said and done?
We can talk about them now.
All right, everybody. So, if you notice any difference about Monique, 2 eyebrows didn't actually look good because we had some concerns and some prayers. I said some prayers for you. What was that, yesterday? In 24 hours, they already look good. So you actually went to a really good person. I had concerns after watching the many shows he talked about here on the show about basement parties and hotel lobbies and days in and motel sits, and then talking about she's got to have it, and Mecca going to the motel Donell and having the ass injections, and she just go So I was just concerned. Anything is possible nowadays. We talked about your doctor, Dr. Love Malachi, who's been sentenced to 3 years in prison. So actually, let me so Dr. McStuffins himself, Monique's doctor, apparently he wasn't able to do her eyebrows for her, but he's been sentenced to 3 years in prison. Because remember, we talked about all his charges since 2015, 2016, 2017. So for all 3 years that we've been talking about him on the show, he's getting those 3 years back in prison. So remember, he went to a dealership in Richmond or somewhere, and
Virginia, I believe it was, tried to purchase a Jaguar.
Yeah, in your neck of the woods. It made sense.
That old ass woman in there.
Yeah, and then of course, remember he acted like he was a doctor in Florida, with a malpractice and everything, and doing OBGYN business, looking at cootie cats and stuff. Going to the doctor saying, trust me, he in emergency rooms and stuff too with real doctors trying to figure out how he got past security clearance. But anyways, he did what he did, and now he's going away for a good minute for 3 years, everybody. And I think he's just 21 years old. So again, people, everyone should have a dollar in the dream. But if your dollar in the dream is watching Dr. McStuffins, the thing that you too can be a doctor just from looking at a little cartoon character on Disney Playhouse, then there's an issue. So, again, hopefully this little young man gets his life in order. I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for all of his patients, though. Wendy, how you feel about your doctor, going away now for 3 years? Would you have to find a new one?
So I guess supposedly, from the story that I read, it was like 14 charges against him, and somehow or another he pleaded guilty to all 14. So
he had no choice.
What you say?
So he had no choice.
Yeah, and so he cut a deal where he's only serving like 3 years, a 3-year sentence. I still don't think that is enough, but like I said, pretty much he admitted to all of these 14 different charges. But I believe how he got caught was he actually did an exam on an undercover cop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how he got caught, his act. But he claims that he never stated that he was a medical doctor. He claims to be a holistic doctor. But like you said, he was giving pap smears, and I think at one point in time he was trying to deliver a baby, and Just a whole bunch of foolishness. And he was a teenager back then. He literally just turned 20.
Exactly. Watching Doc McStuffins. See, that's the problem. Now, you know, yes, we got this little.
Doc McStuffins, now, I don't have a little girl. I have a little boy. But from what I could tell, Doc McStuffins put her stethoscope on cats and puppies and shit. She won't operate on no real people, was she?
Not from my understanding, but you know,
cat that she always toted around and it was taking the cat blood pressure and pulse rate and stuff like that. Like I said, I've never really watched Doc McStuffins since I don't have a little girl. I have a little boy, but I don't believe that she had people coming in there stating they had fever, chills, you know, real life folks coming in there. So this is a bunch of foolery and fuckery. Like I said, I don't think 3 years is long enough because, like you said, those victims. But again, like I said, he was able to cut some type of deal where he's only serving a 3-year sentence.
3.5 years with credit for 16 months he's already served. He was looking at 90 years initially. So he was pled guilty to practicing medicine without a license, using false statements to obtain credit, forgery, and grand theft. And part of his punishment, he also has to repay his victims $80,000 once he leaves prison. So, I mean, he probably could fraudulate himself into the $80,000.
Bogus checks.
Yeah, so, I mean, that just be a lesson learned on Dr. Love Malachi that Dr. McStuffins is a cartoon, and she only you know, check with her stethoscope on cats, dogs, and little mini rats, but not on human beings. Play sets, you know, at the Dollar Tree when you can get your little, you know, play doctor and stuff at the Dollar Tree and the Dollar Tree section and stuff like that. But you took a little further than you were supposed to. Your imagination went far beyond your, you know, your real life aspects, and you know, you just did what you did. But anyways, so that's that. So Monique, hopefully, you know, they recommended you another doctor. But your procedure came out nice though. So we're gonna wait for the final results. I told you, a couple of my friends got the procedure before. And I'm saying procedure like it's a damn plastic surgery, but the tattoo eyebrows. You know that people have done. I have a couple of friends that have done that. So and they've turned out well. So again, I say a lot of prayers for you.
Well, I thank you for your damn prayers. I took you that picture last night of
with the numbing cream and the saran wrap. Now that was the first one. That's why I said the whole prayer, because I was like, okay, I see the saran wrap. A little concerned. Oh my goodness. So anyways, moving on to the rest of the show, everybody. So we do also have to give a clap bravo to come. Now we always say every quarter we're just gonna talk about them, or every 6 months or what have you. But Kim Kardashian and Kanye West welcomed their third baby via the surrogate, which y'all still saying it might be Kylie, since it was a crib delivered to her house. But Kim and Kanye welcomed their third baby via surrogate. The baby's name is Chicago West. No name, no, it's not known that the nickname is gonna be Chirac, but Chicago West, I guess, sound like a doctor medical show or something. But you know, that's a nice name, nice ring to a Chicago West. It was bound to happen. You know, he's from Chicago, so I mean, the only thing good out of Chicago is a deep dish pizza and the Oprah Winfrey show before they shut it down, and the killings are not good. So I mean, I suppose, but yeah, that's a nice little name. You know,
in that show, The Shy is real good, even though it's about Chicago. Yeah, all the people in Chicago getting killed, but I'll digress.
Yeah, which I haven't seen yet, people. But when he says it's a good show, so I gotta watch that as well. And what you think about Little Chirac?
Well, you know, I really think anything about that. But, yeah, I mean, congratulations, clap, bravo, all that bullshit. I mean, it is what it is.
Yes. And speaking of Chicago, too, we do got to give a rest in peace shout out to Fredo Santana, a rapper, only 27 years old from Chicago. who passed away. He was going through some kidney, I think some liver problems as well. And he was just had a baby. They're saying that he had, was just getting off drugs, and this brings back a story when we talk about Nelson Ellis. Remember we talked about from True Blood last year when he passed away, and we kind of figured, okay, he died from withdrawals to alcohol. It was kind of like side-eyeing a little bit, but a lot of people were really coming out to talk to as well, and just people from my family that I didn't know about. But when people pass away from drugs and stuff like that, it don't actually be drugs that they're on at that time, but their body is so used to that cycle of alcohol or drugs, and once they withdraw themselves from that, their body don't know how to react.
Yeah, and it shuts down your other organs, and a lot of times your vital organs, that you need to keep, running and living and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Like, again, your kidneys, your liver. A lot of times alcoholics, they will have what's called cirrhosis of the liver. They will again develop cirrhosis of the liver. A lot of times when you're on drugs, look at Natalie Cole, for instance. The drugs and things like that end up messing up her kidneys to the point where she had to go on dialysis. But she also was diagnosed, and even though people do live with it, she had a diagnosis of hepatitis C. So things like that. Again, like you said, your cirrhosis, your kidney and your liver, those are two vital organs that you need to continue to live. So again, those things are just not good. Like I said, and even though again you can live with hepatitis C, it can be fatal. So
yes, and even online, a lot of rappers, because remember, Lil Peep just died from the overdose. So you have rappers saying they're not going to do Xanax anymore, do this and that. Just with this situation with Fredo Santana, he was, I guess, was a big consumption of lean. So yeah, a lot of people like DJ Mustard, Mustard on the Beat Ho. I didn't even know, he did lean. He fat, so I thought it'd make you lose weight, but anyways, he poured. He went on Instagram Live and poured out the lean in the sink. He's not doing it no more. He's done off of it. You have some other rappers saying it as well, and it's sad that it takes a tragedy for people. Because again, the hip hop community, since Lil Wayne with styrofoam cups and stuff like that, we talk about him with the seizures, which y'all keep thinking it's not because of that. It is because of that, people. That's why he's been having the seizures. But y'all know it all. But it's sad that it takes an occasion like this where someone passes away for people to actually wake up and realize, like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe this is bad. Anytime you got Miss Robitussin with some Coca-Cola, with some Sprite and a Jolly Rancher, I don't think that's quite the mission that you want to be taking, because that knocks you right out anyways, some Robitussin. So taking that Robitussin with some Sprite and a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think about it, and you drink that multiple times a day, multiple times a night. You're drinking cups of it back to back to back. It is killing your vital organs. It is crushing your system.
Yeah. So again, hopefully all you young people out there who are doing these things, which y'all try to get on Karate Chop too. Now, Kel Chips just said, lean is lame. I'm saying that. It is lame, because why are you trying to kill yourself when you got a whole family, you got a whole future ahead of you, you got people that love you, and you're killing yourself slowly for a feeling or something. So again, it's better than the crack epidemic of the 80s, but still at the same damn time, you're killing yourself. So hopefully you all have taken heed to this information, because again, this young boy was only 27, my age. So, again, just do better, people, and just make better decisions. Speaking of making better decisions, so I was looking at this story about a show back in the day that we used to talk about called Sorority Sisters. People, now you remember it was on VH1. I used to give Monique a hard time because her Delta sisters. And first off, too, shout out Happy Founders Day to a lot of everybody you know, we just gotta do one big consumption of Happy Founders Day to everybody, because everybody got a Founders Day this week or last week. So all the AKAs, the Deltas, the Zetas, the Sigmas. Oh, she's throwing up her little sign right now. I don't think y'all can see her, but
happy belated Founders Day to all of my sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So yeah, our Founders Day was last Saturday, January 13th. 1913 is when we were founded by 22 dynamic women. So I won't go into all the lovely, lovely, lovely history, but definitely, you know, a big shout out and happy Founders Day, belated Founders Day. Of course, I shouted out all my sorors on Founders Day, but definitely, you know, a big shout out to all of my Delta sisters out there.
yes, so
especially my line sister. I love you, Nina. So
you know, shout out Shannon. Well, one of your other sisters from the show, other than Shannon, I thought she was one that would be on VH1, but it's not her. But back in you know, the show Sorority Sister, we used to talk about it. I think it only ran for like 2 or 3 episodes until y'all got it canceled.
They cut it after 1 episode, actually.
Yeah.
And the girl that I read that was still on, her name was it started with the P. Priyanka Banks. Yeah, Priyanka, and she was kind of on the show. Maybe how can I put it? She was the one that was kind of, I guess what she was supposed to give was supposed to be a little problematic. So I guess she was kind of the most problematic out of all of the young ladies on the show. She had the most beefs, the most issues with all of the other girls. She was kind of rough around the edges. And that show was supposed to be about pretty much obviously Black women that were in these sororities, but it was also supposed to highlight, you know, them being business women, college graduates, the things that they kind of had going on, looking at their careers. I want to say Priyanka, if I remember correctly, I believe she had a daughter. I can't remember. I know one of them, or maybe 2 of them, had children. So it just kind of looked at their lives overall. And then, you know, the fact that they were in these, you know, in these Greek letter organizations. And it was supposed to show and give a glimpse of how, you know, especially when you pledge a Black Greek letter organization, you know, how your service is supposed to continue after, you know, you've graduated. You still continue to, you know, be active, and you join a graduate chapter, and, you know, you give back to the community, things of that nature. But apparently, I guess according to Priyanka, Ms. Banks, she states that she learned, I believe it was on Facebook, that I guess Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated actually, I guess, dismissed her from the organization. But she states that she was not notified. She did not get any type of correspondence via letter, email, nor phone call.
Not a memo, not a bat signal, nothing.
Yeah, stating that she was no longer a part of the organization. So she's pretty much, I guess, suing for, I want to say, and if I can remember correctly,
negligence, defamation, breach of contract, Ultra-Virus Act, declaratory relief. She's been represented by Manhattan Court Attorney Hernandez Raul, I guess his name is Raul, and filed her complaint in the Eastern District of New York on January 11th. She joined the sorority in 2009 while at undergraduate at Alabama State. Shout out to Alabama State. My bootleg sister does my hair. Eloise, she went to Alabama State, so I actually got to give her the touch of my hair and give me some more.
Oh, man, too. Nah, she went to Alabama State.
Yes.
But you know, and apparently when they taped that show, it was set in Atlanta, and I think all those young ladies, I think they had gone to school I think in Atlanta, I believe. I can't remember because the show aired back in 2014. So that was what, 15, 16, 17, 18. That was what, 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Um, so, again, I'm not sure, what type of settlement, if any, she is going to receive from this.
Because that Shardu is going to her lawsuit right there.
That who?
I said that Shardu is going to her lawsuit. Win this anyways. If she would have won the case, but yeah. So again, we'll see what happens with the lawsuit. We'll keep y'all updated on that story. In the name of Monique's sorority, right there. No word on what Shannon's been doing lately. You keep up with your sister Monique, because we want to see her prosper as well, because she was on White Girl. And it brings you back to this movie that actually came on. It premiered on Netflix this weekend. It's called Step Sisters, I think it is, or something.
When we do the show, I always turn on Netflix, and I have it on some movie with Kristen Dunst right now, but I passed that, and I started to say something to you as I was passing it.
I watched it last night.
What is it? I mean, was it any good?
It was actually funny. It was good. A lot of white girls.
Comedy, because I saw a whole bunch of white girls, and like on the, I guess on the what do you call it? The not necessarily preview because I didn't watch a preview, but the picture for the actual show, there's about 4 or 5 white girls stepping and a black girl kind of on the side of them stepping, and it was like you said, it's called Step Show or something like that, or Step Sisters.
Yeah,
it's interesting, but I'm not sure if that's something that I would see.
But it was funny. So I guess that's recommendation for y'all for the Netflix people real quick if you're not boycotting along with Monique, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But Naya Rivera, people, we talked about her crazy ass in West Virginia beating up her husband on camera in front of the baby in the stroller. But her domestic violence charges have been on her husband or estranged husband. They're supposed to get divorced 1 week, back together. She said again divorced. He dropped the charges this week. So she's
this is she, immediately filed for divorce after. And you guys, we talked about this last year on November 25th, right around Thanksgiving. I guess her estranged husband is stating that Naya Rivera, or Rivera, however you pronounce her last name, she assaulted her husband while they were on pretty much a nature walk, walking their son, with their son. He states, I guess they got into an argument and she hit him in the head. She was arrested, but his father-in-law actually posted bail for her and got her out, I believe, like the same day or the next day.
Yes.
Sources say that she then immediately went and filed for a divorce from her husband. Now they're stating that the charges were dropped because he simply refused to prosecute her. I guess in the lawsuit or in the divorce, in the case of the divorce, she is asking for joint in, I guess, in physical custody of their son. However, neither party is asking for spousal support. So, but again, I guess we kind of will follow this story as it unfolds, as it unravels. But at this moment, I don't think they're still together.
Yeah, so I don't know what in the crazy is going on with them, but
and this is the same husband that she bragged about when they first started dating, how he had her not taking showers but once or twice a week.
Oh, nasty stinky ass. Armpit ass onion pits. But say we'll talk about them. Someone that's facing some sexual battery charges right now is Too Short. So Too Short is facing a lawsuit filed Friday in Los Angeles by a woman named Tiana Lewis. According to the PDF files, she said that Too Short sexually assaulted her on multiple occasions between June and October 2016. This at one point in time about Too Short and some mess. In the lawsuit, she says that the attacks included forced vaginal sex and sodomy. She said that she and Too Short met in December 2015 and eventually produced a song together in April 2016 now. I didn't hear no song from this situation. So I don't know what type of love and hip hop bootleg track this was. He made the first unwanted advances. Talk went down in June when they were in the hotel room in downtown Los Angeles. Like I said, nothing goes good in the hotel. And taking some good samples from off the countertop. According to the PDF files, Too Short threw her onto the bed, held her down, undressed her, and began performing oral sex on her. This happened in hotel rooms or the studio. She claims on one occasion he told her, "I'm just going to put." And although she said, "No, please, no," he continued. In the lawsuit, she says he held her down during vaginal sex. She was left bleeding and then brutally sodomized her. Battery, sexual harassment, gender violence, gender discrimination, and false imprisonment. So.
Yes, sodomy is very that's a serious ass charge.
It is. So I'm trying to figure out now if this was on multiple occasions. One time did you not just say, "Let me just get away from this person," from Too Short, who rapped about, you know, his favorite word is bitch.
What's my favorite word? Bitch, boy, gotta say it like short, bitch.
I mean, if you've heard his songs, you know how Too Short is. I mean, I don't know if you're a little young girl, 18, who just heard the Too Short from off an Instagram post or something, but at the same damn time, this was on multiple occasions. That first occasion, you should have been like, "Nah, I'm good." When he said he's gonna put the tip in and left you bleeding, the person got up and say, "Oh, my pussy bleeding. Let me go do something about this."
Well, it sounds like he's popping some cherries. Could you do a version? What?
So I mean, like you said, those are some strong allegations, but at the same time, it's like, when do you, as a grown up, this one we talked about the whole Me Too situation too, with everyone that's going on right now. These women were doing these because they were, you know, trying to not be blackballed from Hollywood and stuff like that. But it's like, for you losing a job, that you could easily get a job at Walgreens or something to make up for that time being, even though that's your passion, you can still do a straight to DVD movie or a Hallmark movie or something. Risk it all for a movie role, and now you're, you know, you're harassed and stuff like that. So again, it's sad what happened to her, you know, but at the same time, it's like, when do you, as a grown up, when your mother should have taught you as a child, is someone touch you inappropriate, stranger danger, or run away, or don't go back to that person. Like, sometimes that gotta click in your head, like, come on now. I mean, but hey,
heard this nigga's raps.
Yes, come on now. This guy,
you know, I'm a die hard, Too Short to the day I die fan, but you wouldn't catch me alone in the room with him, no way.
Not at all. So we'll definitely keep you updated on this story. Too Short hasn't said anything in regards to the matter. He said something very serious, so we're going to see what happens when that comes out. Now, you know, I don't really know who this person is because he doesn't play for the Eagles, so I'm not really concerned with anybody else who doesn't play for the Eagles. Wide receiver Robby Anderson was arrested for speeding. But the thing is, when you get arrested, you get pulled over and stuff like that. And some of these people want to talk shit to the cops and whatnot. Level people. So this is the second time getting arrested in less than a year, and this time he threatened the cop. So in Sunrise, Florida, which I've been to Sunrise, Florida too, is outside of Orlando. Very nice little quiet community and whatnot, but I guess he had to turn shit up. So according to the police report, after being arrested and placed in the back of the seat of the police vehicle, stated that when he gets out, he was going to find the officer's wife in her eye.
I did read this whole crazy ass story.
Now, what in the sick shit? So he proceeded to make more verbal threats to the officer's family. It was clear that he intended to sexually assault my wife, and he also begins to brag about how much money he has. He was driving 105 miles in the 45-mile-per-hour zone. Now, that's already some, you know, nigga shit that I don't understand why you're driving 105 in the 45. Now, come on, I try to at least do 50. You know, 55 is pushing it in the 45, but doing at least 50. and there's enough to get you to your next appointment and stuff like that. And then 2 red lights while speeding away from police, so that's already got you fucked up, sir. Over the roadway and failed to maintain a single lane on numerous occasions. He eventually stopped and surrendered. While initially trying to place Anderson in the back of the vehicle, the officers felt Anderson embraced tents and refused to enter. 9 charges have been filed against him, including resisting and officer obstruction without violence, felony harm to a police servant or family, felony fleeing, eluding while lights siren active, reckless driving, failure to drive in a single lane, 2 counts of disobeying, avoiding in a red light, speeding, and turning without a signal. 10 a.m.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it's a train.
Get ready. There's a train coming. Don't need no ticket. Just get on board.
That's that damn thing song now. Every time the train goes, that's what I be thinking about now. The NFL spokesman confirmed that the league is reviewing Anderson's latest arrest under its personal conduct policy. They said that we are aware of the situation. The Jet spokesman said that this is a pending legal matter, and we will have no further comment. Jail on the $7,200 bond, sir. Now you know they're already killing black men just for being pulled over. Jamal by speeding, running 2 red lights from the cops. Now they were being nice to you on that day, especially in Florida. As you just had to take it a step further and tell him that you're going to fuck his wife and nut in her eye. You know, you talking about, sir. Now that's how people get pink eye. That's how people get, you know, scratched corneas or whatever. I mean, that's just nasty. So, you know, you could get gonorrhea of the eye and everything under the sun. You know, Mr. Anderson, I don't know how old you are, but sometimes you gotta grow up, and you lucky they didn't shoot you and kill your ass. I'm just saying. And then you say the report no indications of drug alcohol influence either. So this was you on a sober mind. Looking at your mugshot and the way you got these cornflake looking dreads with these dyed tips on the end. You look like you a little crazy. You're part of the waffle cone community. And, you know, sometimes some waffle cones can be a little crazy. So I'm not sure, sir, the individual with this on a sober mind, because like I said, you didn't have no alcohol in your system or no drugs. So this you on a sober mind. Y'all steer clear from this person. Yeah.
You need not get arrested ever again.
Not even that, just, you know, he got to be in a room with a padded wall to hug himself or something, because the way that he acted on a sober mind. So, I guess we'll keep y'all updated if, out of that situation as well, people. So you all know, right now we are in a little situation right now in the world where there's a lot of racial things, a lot of racial undertones that have been out as of late, everybody. So, a little bit, because I have some concerns being I used to work at this place. So I have my voice of concerns in regards to it and people's protests within and stuff like that, and what I should do with my gift cards. But before we get to that, though, people, so there is a college company. I think it's called Wycombe or something of that nature. Let me see what the name of the company is. So they're under fire right now, people, because they have a nail polish. It's a black colored nail polish. The name of the nail polish in particular, the black color, is called Thick as a Nigga.
Bitch, what?
So they have the Wycombe Cosmetics, the brand of they have this. It's a gel on nail polish. It's in black. Color number 30. So first off, color number 29 is like a purple kind of plum color. It's called Lap Girl. The number 30 is the black color. It's called Thick as a Nigga. Let me get the PDF files for y'all up here too, people. Let's see. Let me see if you can see it real quick. All right, so that's what it's called, people. It's called Thick as a Nigga. And it's a nail polish. So Yeah, would you get a nail polish called thick as a nigga?
I'm looking. What?
Nigga, the nail polish.
The niggas were NIGGA.
Yes. The two is like, you know, I don't know. It's
Well, see,
if they go,
what is polish? What kind of polish is this? Cause see, I use this is a gel. I use the dip powder, so I know I wouldn't use this anyway because when I get my nails done, you see these. This is dip powder.
how much was that?
You don't worry about how much the fuck these cost. It costs $35 fucking dollars. That's how much the dip powder is at the salon I go to.
Just, you know, just okay.
What? What the hell you doing?
Just getting out my
I know you ain't taking out the goddamn dose on me.
So, anyways,
What's that? Hey,
so
not
the thick,
that goddamn shit.
thick as a nigga. Now,
But see, a lot of times when you go to the salon, like when you pick out a polish, they give you a color wheel. So you don't necessarily know the name of the color. Like what they'll do is typically they'll have the colors in numbers. So, and they'll give you a color wheel. So you'll pick out the color wheel. Like I know like my dip polish color is 202, but I don't know the name of the actual color. I just know the number is 202. So every time I go back, you know, to get my nails redone, I always say, okay, I'm here to get my dip powder and I want color 202.
I see that's not color thick as a nigga. So, I guess.
Like I said, typically, you know, you won't know what the name of the color is now unless you ask. Yeah, and I can't imagine going and asking Lean to give me color thick as a nigga. This okay.
It's not funny, but you know, we are close to, you know, Black History Month, and the way some of this stuff is set up nowadays, you know, we are in a you know, well, that was quite blatant. Everybody, you know, thick as nigga. I mean, they put nigga in there, thick as nigga. And I don't know what type of individual at YCon, Miss Ling Ling's nail shop. You know, when she said, "What color you want?" You want, you know, when you hear her, you know, say that, then you know there's a problem. So, and then of course the situation happened last week before we were off the air with H&M. Jungle hoodie on a little young black boy. Of course, Black Chiller had to take over the board and start putting, you know, it was okay for one, you know, shirt to say, you know, King of the Jungle and stuff like that. That wasn't better though. King of the Jungle. I mean, that wasn't any better if you think of the context of it. But then, you know, Young King and stuff shirts, that was fine. But y'all just started doing over top and doing extra just for some retweets and stuff. Situation happened in Sweden. You know, H&M is not an American company. They had a product with a little young boy in a hoodie. And a lot of people were so upset about it. The Weeknd canceled his line at 2 lines with them that was very successful, but he canceled their partnership with them. G-Eazy, you know, he's a white rapper, but he was ready to start a line with them that was supposed to come out in March. And he said that he had to distance himself from it because of the fact that it was disrespectful. Yet, Mother Monkey, now I don't know the people's name, Mother Monkey, but she basically said to get over it. She said that she's cool with it. She got a check. She secured the bag with some bag of clothes too and an H&M gift card. And she said, get over it. She had nothing wrong with it. She was on TV. She got nice little curly texture hair. Her husband dark as night, so that's why the little boy is dark as well. So But she said, get over it. I got over it. And the thing about the shirt in particular, and the hoodie, I was thinking about it from two standpoints. So the first standpoint when I was thinking about it was that they're out there in Sweden. So yes, there's racism overseas as well, but it's not so apparent like it is here in America. It is a little bit. It's just like undertone, low key, but it's like there overseas. But like here, it's not like how, you know, the term monkey, even growing up as a young kid, I knew what monkey meant to Black people, what that used to be, you know, called stage and stuff like that. There's times I'll, you know, joke around, call someone the porch monkey here and there. But, you know, this is like, you know, and I got that from my grandpa too. He used to call one of my uncles a monkey and stuff. You know, that terminology may not be a sore subject over there because they may not be aware of what that term means here in America. Photo shoot and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure was over there in Sweden. So when they were, you know, dressing this young boy and, you know, styling him and stuff like that in this hoodie, you know, you gotta remember that maybe someone from the American side wasn't over there to tell them, hey, that might be a good idea to put him in this hoodie. So that's the one part of it that I think about it. The other part, I think, you know, there might have been Americans over there who may have been ignorant to telling him, hey, don't wear that. But at the same time, that website is run by the Sweden side or the overseas side of it, the international division, as where in America, even the American website isn't necessarily obtained by the American side of H&M. And I know this information because like I used to work there for a couple of years. So how in division merchandise and all of that works and how photos that you see on H&M website are from overseas. Like it's very rare that you have something that's done in America. Aware of the situation. You have people in South Africa. It was a group of guys and a group of people in South Africa who tore the whole damn store up. They tore down mannequins, detectors, and the security sensors and stuff. They knocked down racks, the mannequin, the vagina, and everything. They did a lot of, they did everything, messed the whole store up. And H&M had to close all of the stores in South Africa. Went over, and I was like, I just got a gift card to H&M for Christmas, and I shop religiously at H&M, especially when they had that 70% off or that 50% off rack, and the shirts be like $3.
Well, I was out at Short Pump yesterday, Short Pump Town Center, and they actually had a sale yesterday, and it took everything I had not to go not to go in there. So I went ahead and skedaddled on down to Banana Republic. Got a few things for myself, you know, went on upstairs to J. Crew and got a few things for myself. But yeah, they were having that sale yesterday.
And so what's your thoughts of it? Like if Jaden now, if y'all living in Sweden, so and see, you can tell the mother, or you, like I said, you can tell it's not like a big deal over there because when the mother just said get over it. Now I'm not sure if she said get over it because she already secured the bag, scarf to H&M, but if and the coolest monkey in the hoodie, in the jungle hoodie.
Yeah. No, sir. You know, but like you said, I think it's a thing to each his own. And you guys have to let us know what you guys think. I mean, what do you think? Do you think that we should let it go because the mother has stated, you know, let it go? Like you said, did she fulfill what her goal was, and that was to secure the bag. And you know, apparently this little boy has been modeling for a while. It's not like this was her first you know, check, and it's not like it was going to be her last. So, you know, again, then they say, honey, y'all around there H&M tearing up and looting and almost setting the fucking place on fire. They had to close down because we in there acting like monkeys and hopping around and acting a goddamn fool in there. So, you know, again, you guys have to let us know what you think. I don't know. I think this is one of the things, you know, like I said, I agree with the mama. Mind your business. If, you know, if it's not hurting you, then just let it go.
Exactly. And it, you know, brought up the question too, are we getting too racially sensitive? Because of course we already got a lot of racism that's going on apparently, and it's just more apparent since that Orange Cheeto got into office. You know, especially here in the South, you know, this is kind of like, you know, So again, situation, then of course we'll be all up in arms. But this is something that happened in Sweden. The website had the shirt at $8.99 pounds. You know, this is not something that's an American thing, but at the same time, for people that's boycotting, you still got to remember too, there are young kids, you know, 17 to 21 years old in college, trying to support themselves in college, trying to, not even in college, they had to support their child or home. Because I know people that were, when I was working at H&M, there were single parents there. There were young kids who had young kids. It was a lot of different people in different situations who work at these retail stores.
Different walks of life.
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, just people come from different backgrounds, various walks of life working there.
So when you're messing up their stores, especially like in South Africa, and I'm pretty sure there's some here in America too, people who have jobs, they had nothing to do with this photo shoot. So you can't hold people that's here working an honest job and trying to make an honest living accountable for anything that. So, again, if you want to take your frustrations out, go to H&M.com, UK, wherever the Sweden website is, and put your frustrations there, but don't take it on people who's actually out here working, making an honest living. Because already, as Black people, they always, unemployment is a real thing. So, you can't mess up their whole situation. So, like I said, mother's cool with it. I have a relief now where I can go to the store, H&M, and get my $3 shirts that's on sale. But then people were mad at Nicki Minaj because, she just had the little holiday collection with them and she was in the holiday commercial. They said she didn't speak up that. Because you want to wait until all the ads are laid out. You want to make sure, okay, what really happened behind the scenes? Oh, is there something more to the story? And even though they say H&M had, the apology wasn't, shit, it was a little, low key apology. Like, the mother was cool with it. Anything that the mother of that child is cool with. And she was there at the photo shoot. And again, they may not know this information. They were Sweden. People like The Weeknd and G-Eazy, they, but they jumped the gun a little bit where they could have just million still and did their thing. But hey, it is what it is. And that was the end of that story, because I think again, they did the interview last week. The mother and father sat down. They just said he's not new to this shit. He models. He does this. It's just not a check in the bank for him. Now I hope y'all keeping that money in the in the actual bank for him for a trust fund for college and whatnot. But hey, it is. But of course, they pulled the hoodies off the shelves and stuff like that off the website. Now, speaking of some more monkey business, now Chris Brown. He had a good 2017. He didn't get in too much trouble. He started off the year about to fight Soulja Boy in 2017. And then by the end of the year, he was under the radar. We didn't hear much from him getting in trouble. Well, starting 2018, people, New Year might be same shit low key. He posted a video with him, a little Royal Rainbow Blue, that monkey. Now, y'all know toys for having this little pet monkey, Julius Caesar, by the way. But the baby, what they call this monkey, a capuchin or something, monkey named Fiji, daughter Royal Rainbow Blue, and was several people reported the monkey to proper authorities, and it turns out Chris never had a permit, and now he may be facing criminal charges. So according to law enforcement, notified the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, who opened an investigation. So he never got the permit for the monkey. So authorities got the search warrant, but before Chris's house got raided, he voluntarily agreed to surrender the animal. With having a restricted species without a permit and misdemeanor that carries a maximum of 6 months in jail. The LA City County. Chris Brown lawyer Mark Garagos tells TMZ, as I leave my office in downtown LA and walk past people sleeping on the street on my way to defend people charged by the city attorney with selling medical marijuana, money on investigating monkey business. This completes the circle on his absurdity. having a little pet monkey. Now they're all cute and stuff like that. My niece was in college, was having a little put on Snapchat that she wanted a little pet monkey and stuff like that. And I was about to tell her, like, baby girl, pet monkeys will turn on you. Now the only reason why Bubbles survived this long because Bubbles probably got raped by Michael Jackson. There was reports back in the day that Bubbles used to have a smirk on his face a lot of times. So I don't know if Michael Jackson played touch and go at Bubbles. These pet monkeys, though, I mean, you can't be playing with them. Like, they will turn on you. Don't they throw shit at you too?
Yeah. He
Rat tagged that girl at the zoo and threw a gorilla threw the brick at the girl.
Well, apparently, I guess when those pictures first surfaced, there was concern about little royalty. I guess because she was, pretty much, I mean, she's a kid. So she was holding that monkey wrapped up in a swaddling blanket like they wrapped baby Jesus up in the manger. And she was holding that daggone monkey in her arm. And so then come to find out, that the monkey, he named it Fiji. And it's a female monkey, which will remain at Chris Brown's home. But apparently, I was like, well, I don't know what baby mama would allow their daughter, to accept. Like, you want to get a Jaden daddy want to send a pet over here. You send a goddamn goldfish.
Or a hamster, a guinea pig, something simple.
You can go. That is it. But apparently, they states that a lot of this is because Chris Brown. I guess he's channeling on Michael's energy, and you guys know that Michael had that chimpanzee Bubbles. So I guess Chris Brown felt the need to follow in his footsteps. And so he has that, has that monkey. So hopefully, knock on wood, that nothing happens out of the way. And that girl is not bitten.
Get the rabies shot with that.
Yeah, or that monkey don't just, scratch. Like you said, they like to throw feces. They spit. So.
Yeah, just nasty people. It's vile and nasty. So. Look at sometimes, but depends on how the energy is. Just like a dog, they'll turn on you real quick. You never know. The mom on the news story and say, I didn't know the dog was like that, and they had to put them to sleep. So speaking of some more, and Ciara got people big mad on Twitter and on social media over a post that she posted over our favorite Saturday night pastor on our own network, Pastor John Gray. So he had a sermon that Ciara tweeted saying that women should start treating themselves, when you're in a relationship, to start treating yourself as, as if you're a wife material. Because that would attract the guy to treat you more like a wife and whatnot. So the sermon, and it wasn't, people were saying that was shaming single women. It wasn't really shaming single, it was just kind of just saying, again, if you want to be treated like a wife, a lot of people say, and they put the energy in the atmosphere that they want to be wives, they want to be, not just a baby mom and stuff like that. So you got to put that same energy into yourself. So people got mad at Ciara, started coming at her relationships like, oh, but weren't you, engaged to, Future had a baby out of wedlock and dated Bow Wow and allegedly Missy Elliott back in the day. And things like that. So Ciara
go on and on to the break of goddamn dawn.
About 50 Cent.
Yeah, so bitch, you can't be talking about nobody holier than now and all this other stuff. And single women need to have hashtag goals for 2018. Bitch, you can't be talking about nothing. Bitch, wanted just a few years ago you was wearing them big ass faux locks in your hair like Future.
Yeah.
You must believe I was fucking.
Yes, and people remember when we first saw that picture of Russell and Ciara. Now, me and Monique were on the show, and we did say publicity, but they took it further, though. They actually went the full mile, so I'll give them that. Her notes app on her iPhone and posted this note on Twitter. girl wanted to be loved a certain way, but was making the wrong choices. I found myself at my lowest moment. I was a single mom sitting at home, and I then realized that the perfect love I was looking for was how God loves me, be loved, and how and who He wants me to be as a mom and a woman. Or not married, I needed love. I need to love myself. Hashtag level up. That she used when she posted the video initially was hashtag level up, which people think is her new single that's coming out soon. Promotion if it is, Ciara, but I was wondering why you was trending on Twitter, and I was like, just out of one of two things. Either she finally let us see that new baby that she's been hiding up under the swaddle blankets for the past few months, featuring another fight, but I didn't see Future's name online, so I knew it wasn't that. Or new music, but I knew it could have been the latter. So this is why she, social media. And I kind of felt bad for her.
Sit down and raise your goddamn kids. Girl, on to the next.
So moving on to the next people. Speaking of Ciara and 50 Cent, so a few at night on social media, I was kind of like, okay, now, am I having a throwback Thursday moment to middle school? Because 2000, is that when that little beef happened? 2003 between 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Yeah, that was 2003. My last year of 8th grade in high school, 2003. I get with that trying. Him and Ja Rule started beefing. 50 was beefing with Fat Joe. 50 was beefing with everybody under the sun at that time. So, build his resume or build his career up at that point because he was known as the tough guy that got shot 9 times. He G-Unit looking like a gorilla himself. Just, fired off at everybody. Well, in this newest beef of words and stuff like that, 50's out promoting this movie called Den of Thieves. It's on the Fire Stick yet. I don't know if I want to see it or not, but it stars O'Shea Jackson as well. O'Shea Jackson Jr., if you will. But he been out promoting the movie. So first he was talking about Diddy, saying that Diddy was a little suspect to take Fabulous shopping. 50 that he wanted to take him shopping. And that's when Diddy was on Breakfast Club a couple of days ago and said that he thought he just needed new clothes. And that, 50 clothes look a little dirty and dingy. So he just said he needed some new clothes. And that, you don't party like I party or something like that. So he was trying to make it sound like he was, part of the swagger club, how you doing, people. Well, he started saying some other stuff about Ja Rule too from back in the day ago. So Ja Rule got on Instagram and started as well that picked it out to get tickle in the booty hole. He's saying some stuff like, he got beat up in the streets. She said, fun hip hop fact, 50 Cent is pussy. Said that, yeah, I do. 50 Cent got beat up, stabbed, and shot. What do you remember? He said, let's be clear, I mind my business, but for some reason, at 50 Cent keeps my name in his mouth, I think he'd rather have my dick in his mouth, LMAO. Hashtag bitch ass nigga, hashtag tickle booty. Added, he said, yo, at O'Shea Jackson Jr., stay sucker free, my brother. At 50 Cent ain't killing nothing, ain't letting nothing die. I smell pussy. Is that you, Fifth? Come on, let's keep it a buck at 50 Cent. Is my son, my student, young Pardon. You owe me your life, boy. I own your soul, 50 Cent, and everyone sees it now. You're my bitch. It's tough. This nigga is trash. One good album. Journalists, bloggers, radio personalities, don't be scared to ask 50 Cent why did he get an order of protection, or did I whoop him out at that studio, or did he just talk to the feds? And he said, I said what I said. He said, at 50 Cent, don't make me expose you. Hashtag tickle booty. Booty goons that Ray J got out there in LA, apparently. He said this is how at Miss Vivica Fox used to do 50 Cent. Little boy. So there's a lot of tickle booties hashtags, and it's a whole lot as women and men play with his booty hole. That's kind of funny. There's a lot of booty holes from Ja Rule and whatnot, but though is, you know, it's like, why is this beef coming up in 2018 for one? It's very old, and I don't know. I don't know. It's funny, but it's kind of like, why y'all still hashing on this? And then it brought up to another point too. I was having a conversation online. Ja Rule actually is the clear winner in this situation because 50 Cent, he's long forgotten about. Like, we really don't know and doing power.
Yeah, the only thing we really interested in is power.
Yeah, and then but Ja Rule, when you think about it too, as far as music and content, like, you can listen to those songs from back in the day, and they still, like, you know, word from word, you know, every record. 50 Cent song that people go to is In the Club. It's stuff, but the only song that people go to is In the Club. But
I like that Richard Flash version.
Oh yeah. But again, you have that whole, you know, Ja Rule got the classics though. So
I'm Reggie. I hope I'm getting overtime because I have missed my nightly eardrops.
oh look, see, because we're about to because we're going to ask you a part 2 show later this week, everybody. Because I have more news and information to give you all. I didn't realize the outline was a little longer than anticipated. But yeah, so definitely the whole beefing situation is funny to me. Especially when he said, you know, 50 Cent like booty holes and stuff like that, and like got took it in the booty hole. That was Tiger Superhead. She said she played roll some dice against Tiger's booty hole. Where was he from? DC.
Who?
Raps. Tigger, Big Tigger. That's who it was, Tigger.
Oh.
But Superhead said she rolled some dice against his asshole and whatnot, fucking with a dildo, allegedly. So, you know, that happens, people, and this is what story I want to end out on a good note for you all tonight, everybody, because like I said, we got a lot of stories and some more stuff that's gonna be coming later this week. All right, so here's a good story, everybody. So with tonight, because it's a cautionary tale, everybody. So I don't know if to file this under Foolishness Express or to file this under themselves. So I talked about this a while ago, a couple of weeks ago, when I went to Philly. And I think I texted Monique this, or I probably called her after a while. But I was like, when I was going up to Philly, going on Route 13, I was like, I haven't seen a hitchhiker in a long time. But at that same weekend, the weekend before that, I was watching all these ID channel shows. I was watching this special on Lifetime, and people getting kidnapped and stuff, and trying to help people out be the good Samaritan and whatnot. I stepped on that gas real hard when I saw that hitchhiker. And I zoomed right past, so they want to see my license plates or nothing like that, because they're crazy. They got a photogenic memory, and anything can happen. So I was trying to make sure I wasn't part of the new victim club people. And, you know, trying to take out the father, you know, Michael Jackson. He was, you know, Mr. All Around the World, helping the kids, playing touch and go with the little boys, but at the same damn time, helping the world at this, you know, and the same token. Here she go. So she had some hitchhikers that she saw on the side of the road. She said they appeared to be a little bit drunk, so she gave them some socks in her trunk. So, I mean, I hope they were a fresh pair of Hanes socks. She had some socks in her trunk. And one girl, she said, was pretty fucked up. She said, I mean, I remember taking out a pair of my own socks and putting them on her and stopping at a fucking fast food place to get them dinner. And she wasn't trying to brag about being a good person, but rather shine light on how unfortunate the situation ended up being. So then she said, this bitch stole my fucking debit card, dude. Fucking ride across LA, and I did my very best to be the best Uber driver ever. Of Uber, and you steal my shit, dude. What the fuck? So Paris Hilton, not Paris Hilton, but Paris Jackson, baby girl. Like I said, I know your dad was, you know, I mean, your dad stole shit from a toy store, so, you know, business, but he showed that back as, you know, he gave us that information. Well, but I mean, this way you can't help people. You can't be a Captain Save-A-Hole for everybody now. People have some fucked up intentions. So these hitchhikers, luckily, did not kill your ass. Did not, you know, do any more harm to you. run you over, slice your. This is why I say now, it's a lot of people going to help and stuff like that, but the way the world is set up, you never know who is really legit or who's not. I mean, I don't know. That's why I don't stop for hitchhikers after watching those specials. And you know, she stole your debit card. I hope you called your bank and got the car stopped right away. You're trying to be the best Uber you were trying to do. Now the Uber driver will charge your ass. So I don't know what type of Uber driver you're trying to be with it. You know, you just being a good person. That's money. But what's your thoughts on that, Monique? Would you stop and give someone a hitchhike and whatnot?
Hell no. Not at all. My life is too precious.
Yeah.
I just got these eyebrows, and so so I want to keep them for a little while. No, ain't nobody got time to be stopping and picking up no hitchhiker.
Exactly. You know, dirty ass people in your car filling up your seats and stuff like that. You don't know them. Like I said, they're gonna kill your ass. You're lucky that the bitch just stole your pair of socks too. So now that's another sign too. So you just can't be giving away shit. You just can't be Captain Save-A-Ho. You can't save the world. That song Heal the World and everything like that. But so you know,
very bizarre anyway. And I think a lot of the shit that she doing, a lot of the stunts and shit she pull is for fucking attention. Girl, sit down. Your ass is old enough to fucking know better. Nobody got to tell you you shouldn't have picked up no stranger, but you ought to know. You want to drive, then you need to do the responsible things that come along with driving.
Yes. Or sign up to be an actual Uber driver. Even that, you know, I tried to do that for a little minute, but I get a little, you know, I'm a little nervous. I don't know how people, you know, intentions are, especially when they drunk and she stole your socks. And you need to be worried about your grandmother if she's still out of that closet and not hiding with cell phones and track phones and shit from a cousin trying to beat her ass or trying to starve her of food and whatnot. Shout out to elder abuse.
Yeah, like I said, Reggie, I just feel like that she was old enough to know better. Nobody should have to tell you. And like I said, I believe if you're going to drive, then you need to also, you know, there's a responsibility that comes along with that. Like I said, but again, she's grown. Nobody should have to tell you, you know, what to do, what not to do. They wouldn't have stored your motherfucking debit card, had your ass not had allowed them in your damn car. Now, is this the end of the show? We gonna say goodnight to the people?
Yes. So, so on part 2 of the show that we're gonna have soon, everybody, we are going to talk about Netflix boycott and whatnot, and how I'm not boycotting Netflix. I obviously I'm still watching it, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Tiffany Haddish and her new job. We're gonna talk about a lot of other stuff, people. So tonight's show, everybody, since it's our first show of 2018. So thank you all for watching, everybody. We will check you out next time. We got to get our little schedule together. You know, I got eyebrows. So we do thank you all for
shit, and that's why you're going straight to hell because of your dirty ass comment. You got to wrap your schedule around my goddamn eyebrows. You and Amber, y'all gonna be hating once these eyebrows, once they come to life. And you know, they stop looking so dark and the color fade, you know, y'all gonna be haters.
All right, well, Monique is standing on them eyebrows. I do thank you all for tuning in tonight, everybody. Time here on FNL Live, everybody. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. Don't bust people's heads with bottles.
Use your words, people. Use your motherfucking words.
Yes, people, have a good rest of your week. We'll check you out next time, everybody. Peace.
Peace.